Hi, it's Paul here from selfoutforlife.com, and today I'm going to review the 100-Day Challenge program by Ryan Blair. Now, what is the 100-Day Challenge program? Well, it's basically a hardcore goal setting and goal achievement program. And it's all about making a major life change in 100 days. So maybe you're feeling stuck in life. Maybe the last year or so has been a bit the same and you really feel you want to make some kind of change, but you just feel you don't really know where to start, or you just don't have the motivation to do it. So this is where the 100-Day Challenge can be really helpful for you. So here are some of the things that previous participants of the 100-Day Challenge have achieved. Launching new businesses. So maybe you have that business idea in your mind that you've never got round to doing. What about launching that in 100 days? Or losing a certain amount of weight. So there was one person on the program that lost 35 pounds. He also suffered from high blood pressure. So he returned his blood pressure to normal and came off all his medications in 100 days. So what would it be like to lose like 35 pounds, 40 pounds, 20 kilos, that kind of thing? Or maybe you're in a role where you'd like to double or triple your sales. So maybe you work for yourself. What would it be like to double your sales? Or maybe you work in a sales team. Well, if you could double your sales, then you double your commissions. So that could be really quite life-changing. What about paying off your mortgage in 100 days? Now, that may not be possible for everyone, but there was someone who did that using the 100-Day Challenge. He paid off something like $200,000 in 100 days. Okay, so it can be done. Or what about becoming debt-free in 100 days, or at least be able to get yourself well on the way to doing that? What about writing or publishing a book? Maybe you've always had that book inside you, but never got round to writing it. And maybe you think it's going to take you 2 or 3 years. What about writing that book in 100 days? Actually, one of the things that Ryan Blair says about the program is that most people can achieve in 100 days what many people take 10 years to achieve. Okay, so think about that. What would it be like to achieve something in 100 days that most people would achieve in 10 years? Okay, also a physical challenge. Maybe you'd like to run a marathon. Maybe you'd like to climb Everest or Kilimanjaro. These are other things that people have done by following the 100-Day Challenge program. And for myself personally, I've now done the 100-Day Challenge 4 times. The first time I did it was to launch my hypnotherapy practice here in Sydney. So my 100-Day Challenge was to get that from being nowhere really to having the website and having everything set up so I could be seeing paying clients by that time. I've used it to set up Self Out for Life as well. And then since then I've used it really to just build on mainly my business sides of things. I have used it for other areas of my life, but normally I tend to focus on the business side of things. Now, over 600,000 people in 80 countries have completed the 100-Day Challenge. So it's pretty well known now, and it also includes a number of companies as well. So some companies have taken their teams through the 100-Day Challenge, and this included companies such as IBM, Xerox, Sony, Boeing and BMW. So maybe you work in part of a team where your whole team could achieve something really amazing in 100 days. Now, the creator of the 100-Day Challenge is Ryan Blair, and he's become known as the goals guy because he's developed a reputation for helping people and companies achieve big goals. And he's worked with many major corporations and also with the US Navy SEALs. He has a military background, and part of that comes across in the way that he works with people and in the way that the 100-Day Challenge works as well. Now, I find Gary to be very motivating, very inspiring, and he has a really no-nonsense direct approach. He really focuses on speed, getting things done quickly and effectively as well. And one of the things he says is that, we're all playing a game of one and done. We're not on this planet for very long, or as a friend of mine used to say, we're a long time dead. Okay, so there's a real emphasis on speed, urgency, getting things done fast, but getting things done well and to the best quality as well. And Gary also has a very high integrity. And that's something that sometimes seems to be missing in today's world, and that's something I really like about Gary as well. Another thing he believes in is having a strong offense. So quite often in life we're either being defensive or we're being offensive. Okay, so we're being proactive or we're being reactive. And a big part of the 100-day challenge is being proactive, having a strong offense. And the other thing I love that Gary says a lot in the 100-day challenge is the idea that behavior never lies. Okay, so you can look at what someone says they're going to do, or you can look at what a person actually does. And when you look at what someone actually does, you'll find that behavior never lies. So you might have someone that's like really trying to save money, but they keep spending it on little things and wasting money. Or maybe there's someone that says, oh, I'm an honest person, and then you notice them lying or being dishonest. So look at what a person does, not what a person says. Maybe you know someone that keeps saying, oh, I'm going to get on and start this business, but they never do. Behavior never lies. Compare that with someone that's just getting in there, doing the grind, doing the things they need to do. Watch their behavior. So if you don't learn anything else from this video, start noticing now what people do rather than what people say, and start to develop that motto within yourself that behavior never lies. So why 100 days? Well, I feel there's basically two reasons. Firstly, 100 days is a good amount of time to achieve a life-changing goal. You know, it's long enough. It's not too long, it's not too short. So it's a good amount of time. You know, you're talking about almost a third of a year, so just over 3 months. Secondly, if you do something consistently for 100 days, it will become a habit. By the end of 100 days, that will be a habit. So if you've set a 100-day challenge to get fit and lose weight, and you're doing certain diets and exercise regimes to help you with that, once you've done that for 100 days, that's a habit, and you will keep doing that very naturally. So now I'm going to talk about the 100-day challenge program itself. And when you first join the program, you will go through an orientation process. Okay, and the main part of that orientation process is to set yourself 3 goals. Now, what I do recommend you do is think about and come up with these goals before you actually enroll in the program, and I'll explain for why a little bit later in this video. So you want to set yourself 3 goals, and then for each of those 3 goals you want to come up with 3 whys. Why do you want to achieve that goal? What's the benefit? What's it going to give you? How's it going to make your life change in some way? It's really important that you come up with 3 really good whys, because that's going to give you the motivation to get yourself through the 100-day challenge. Because there will be times when it can get a bit tough, and it has done for me in the past, and again I'll share that a little bit more later in the video as well. Then once you've got your 3 goals and you've got 3 whys for each of your goals, you then want to come up with a little bit of a rough action plan. So 100 days is quite a long time, so set yourself some like sub goals, and you can set those for like every 20 days, 30 days, whatever. The 100-day challenge is quite flexible in when you make those sub goals happen, but you want to have a bit of a roadmap, so you've got something to aim for, so you can see as you're going through the 100-day challenge whether you're on track or not. So you've set your goals. So how does the 100-day challenge work on a daily basis? Well, there's basically a daily lesson, so 100 lessons, and each lesson takes about 20 minutes to complete. Okay, so what will happen is you will get an email to remind you of today's lesson. And what I recommend you do is, as soon as you get up, make this the very first thing you do in the day. Okay, so log into the 100-day challenge or click the link in the email to go to today's lesson. And what you will have is an inspirational, motivational and actionable video by Ryan Blair, which is typically between sort of 6 and 10, 11 minutes long. Okay, what I recommend you do is set the intention to watch that video with complete concentration. Okay, I've found occasionally that my mind has wandered while I've been watching the videos, and when I've done that I've stopped and gone back. So set the intention before you watch the video that you're going to give it your complete concentration. Now, there is an audio available as well if you want to listen on the go, but I highly recommend you listen and watch the video. There's something about watching and listening that just gets the information in at a much deeper level. Now, each lesson finishes with the idea that you start the day fast and finish strong. Okay, so you want to be basically starting your actions for the day to achieve these goals fast, getting things done early in the day and quickly, and then having a strong finish. Now, once you watch the video, there will be the goals that you have set listed below that video. So you're forced to see those goals on a daily basis. Now, we know that's really important to check your goals and look at your goals and read them out aloud on a daily basis. The 100-day challenge program forces you to do that. So once you've watched the video and you've reviewed your goals, the next step is to enter the actions that you're going to do today to help you get closer to each of those 3 goals. And it's really easy to do. There's a checkbox for each one so you can tick them off later in the day. Once you've done that, what I recommend you then do is read the integrity pledge, which is, I will honor every commitment, I will keep every promise, and I will achieve every goal. There's something powerful about saying that to yourself and giving you that sense that you're going to commit yourself to doing this and making it happen. So once you have entered your actions for today, you can then email that to yourself as a reminder, and you can also email it to an accountability buddy. So having an accountability buddy can be really beneficial when doing the 100-day challenge. So I highly recommend that you look into having an accountability buddy if you can. Now then, later in the day or the following morning, depending on where you live in the world, you will get an email, and that email will remind you of all the things you said you were going to do that day. So hopefully you've achieved everything on that list. If you have, then you can go in and you can check them off, and that always feels very satisfying to do that. If you haven't, then you can ask yourself why, and your accountability buddy will get that as well. Now, a very important, fundamental and powerful part of the 100-day challenge is the weekly after action review. This is your chance to really evaluate how well you've done over the week, and you can answer questions such as, what did you set out to do this week? What actually happened? What were your results? Why did it happen? And what are you going to do next time to change things? And the way that the after action review works is there's a 5-step process. So the first thing you do is you rate your performance on a scale of 1 to 5. So 1 being not productive, 2 being poor, 3 being average, 4 being good, and 5 being exceptional. So you rate yourself. It's almost a bit like a school report, except that you do it on yourself. So that's the first step. So the next step is to identify the outcomes achieved and the progress made. Then you identify the strengths, the actions, the strategies, and the lucky breaks that led you to success during that week. Then you look at the weaknesses. What were the actions, attitudes, and obstacles that compromised your progress? Then finally, identify the corrective actions that you need to do to get yourself back on track. Now, this after action review, you can email your results to yourself and your accountability buddy. And this is another area where your accountability buddy is really crucial. And if you have an accountability buddy, I encourage you to actually check in with that person, maybe on the phone or even face to face on a weekly basis, just for 5 or 10 minutes, and go through this together. The after action review is so powerful. I really just can't stress this enough. The first couple of times I did the 100-day challenge, I was a bit lax about doing this. And then I realized after 3 or 4 weeks that I was quite off course and quite behind. So if you do this every week, it really ensures that you are doing the best things. You're working on the things that are going to give you the most bang for your buck and really going to help you achieve your goal. And if you forget to do that, you'll start doing things that maybe are wasting time, things that are not as effective. And of course, that means that achieving your goal is going to take more time and be more frustrating as well. So it's so important that you put time in your schedule to do the after action review. Now, there are many other components to the 100-day challenge, but here are 3 that I think are especially useful. The first one is there is a forum. So for each daily lesson, there is a forum, so you can share your experiences on what you thought of today's lesson. But there's also forums as well to put your goals in there, so you can have accountability through the forum. Also share your success stories, share your struggles, all those kind of things. So you've got that community of people to help you, which I think is really, really important. Then there's also weekly calls by Ryan Blair, and these are recorded. So these are audio calls. So this can give you some really useful, motivational, inspirational and actionable content on a weekly basis that can be really, really helpful. And there is also a mobile app So that can be really handy if you want to be doing the 100-day challenge when you're on the go, whether that's putting in new actions, marking actions as complete, or even watching the videos on the go. So you can do all that with the mobile app. To enroll in the 100-day challenge, go to selfhelpforlife.com/100-day challenge, and this will be the first link in the description below as well. Now, if you do decide to enroll in the 100-day challenge, here's a couple of tips to get you started. The first thing is the 100-day challenge starts on the day that you enroll. So it's important that you work out your goals, or at least have a fairly good idea of what you want to achieve before you purchase the course. Okay? One of the things I did when I did this the first time is I wasn't particularly clear on what I wanted to achieve. So I spent the first 3 or 4 days working out what my goals were. And while I was doing that, the challenge was ticking by. So I was seeing the emails for day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4. And I think it got to about day 5 before I actually started the challenge. So I was then backtracking, watching 2 videos a day to catch up. So it's really important that you have a clear goal of what you want to achieve before you decide to invest in the 100-day challenge. Now, I've now done the 100-day challenge program 4 times, and for me it's really helped me develop the mindset, the attitude and the drive to record these videos on a regular basis, and also to develop the Self Help for Life brand and a successful online business. Every year I use the 100-day challenge to achieve many of my goals for the year and to really take my life and my business to the next level. So I highly recommend the 100-day challenge, especially if you've got something that you want to achieve in your life that you've been putting on the back burner for a while and you really want to make a difference. So again, to go and check out the 100-day challenge, go to selfhelpforlife.com/100-day challenge, or click the link in the description below. Now, full disclosure, I am an affiliate for the 100-day challenge program. So what this means is that if you do click on the link in the description or the link mentioned in this video and then go ahead and purchase the 100-day challenge program, then I will receive a commission at no extra cost to you. And I only recommend products that I've personally used and benefited from. And the 100-day challenge is one of those programs that has benefited me immensely and I use time and time again. And I'd love you to enroll in the program and get the same benefits that I have as well. So the link again is selfhelpforlife.com/100-day challenge. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and do leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. And also do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and click the bell notification. That way you will always be notified whenever I release future videos. And do go and check out my website, that is selfhelpforlife.com. On there you will find the written versions to many of these videos, and also a link to my podcast and social media channels as well. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to sharing more great content with you very soon. Bye for now.